Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Taylor Lloyd with the Alternative Facts. I'm here with Frank Zach.
The alternative magician. No.
The alternative magician. I'm here with Frank Zach. We just finished the lecture here at the Top Hat and Wand Magic Shop, 5115 Dean Martin Drive here in Las Vegas, Nevada. And Frank...
It was a tough lecture, Taylor, I have to tell you. I had hair when I actually came in tonight.
That's right.
No, basically I'm a bald man.
Yeah.
I'm an old bald man.
I can see that,
yes.
but that's all right. Well, you did a great lecture, and
Thank you.
what did your magic career look like? Like, what did you do? How did you start it out? I guess we're going to start like this.
Okay.
Who was your biggest inspiration in the magic world?
Never had one.
Never had one.
At the beginning, I didn't. Like I mentioned in the lecture, James Swoger, he had the Riga House of Magic in Pittsburgh.
Okay.
And I used to buy my magic from there. Then I got involved with Ring 13 in Pittsburgh.
With IBM.
The IBM Ring 13. And they were not friendly to new people.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
But at the same time, I had nobody that taught me the etiquette. So I would go up and say, hey, that's really cool. How'd you do that? And that's not something that you were supposed to do. However, I was hanging at a bar called Pappy's Magic Lounge, and Pappy's philosophy was, if I learn a trick and you learn a trick, and we share the trick, we've each learned 2 tricks in half the amount of time.
That's true.
So I learned from, I guess Pappy would have been an inspiration on bar magic. With Pappy, I learned that you don't have to do all the technical stuff.
Right.
You can get by with the easy stuff. And because he was a sharing person, I thought all magicians were like that. Then whenever I got the Ring 13, I found out that they weren't.
Yeah, it was a little different.
Yeah. And then I found a couple of tricks that just fooled them, and it was like, how'd you do that? I did it very well. You know,
Yeah,
it's
that's
like,
what you gotta say.
Yeah. You know, you didn't help me. Why should I help you?
Yep, that's
Yeah,
true.
that's it. And that's what got me a little more respect among them.
And and a little bit of inspiration.
Exactly.
It's very interesting.
And there were a lot of great magicians that came out of Pittsburgh at the same time I was there. You had Paul Gertner coming out of it.
Paul Gertner.
And Kozak. Kozak was coming out of it.
We have some of Kozak's bottle production salt pours and such.
Yeah. Awesome stuff.
Beautiful stuff.
Yeah.
Beautiful products.
Yeah. And, you know, the 3 of us would get together and we would just session.
Yeah, okay.
So,
you and Kozak and
Gertner, yeah.
Gertner, yeah.
So it was a good time back in Pittsburgh then.
Well, that's very cool. Well, when did you make your switch over to Las Vegas, and when did you think magic would be kind of a career path?
I moved out to Vegas in '79, and I went into dealing, broke in dealing to Four Queens.
Oh, really?
And then dealt at the Slipper and the Castaways.
You learned quite a bit dealing?
No.
Not really?
No. I knew the stuff. You know, 2 days after I hit Vegas, I was in dealer school. 2 weeks later, I was dealing at the Queens.
That's awesome.
And after a year and a half dealing, I went into surveillance for 11 and a half years.
Wow, okay.
But while I was in surveillance and dealing, I was working in hospitality suites, doing private parties, doing the magic.
Doing the magic on the side, I see.
Yeah, so that's pretty much how it was going. And then I got behind the bar pretty much 20 years ago. About 28 years ago, and I was behind the bar for 20 years.
Wow.
Working different local bars. So.
Well, and how long have you been practicing the craft? Practicing magic?
I started in '72.
Okay, so you got quite a bit of experience.
Oh, yeah.
And
40-some years.
The bar is a tough place to work because you get anything, everything.
Exactly.
And it could be anything any night, right?
Exactly. You never know what you're going to get. And working in Vegas, if you do 3 tricks in a row, you've done a set.
Yeah.
The problem that you have is you're in the middle of a trick, somebody's cashing out the slot machine, somebody needs change, somebody needs a drink, so you have to stop because the bottom line is GTFM, get the friggin' money.
Yeah, okay.
You need to ring up that register. At one point I was a bar manager, and I had a lot of magicians coming out asking me to put them to work. And I asked them, do you know how to bartend? They said, well, no, but I do magic. Wrong answer. You need to be able to bartend and do the magic.
Wow.
Because the bartending's the important part. The magic is secondary.
There you go. I haven't heard that before, but that is
Yeah.
that's a big pointer.
Yeah, you definitely have to get the money in the register. And the way you do that is you sell the drinks.
It's true. That's true. And so that's how you started into it.
Oh, yeah.
Very nice. And
So-
well, what was one of the most significant experiences performing at the bar? Because, like we said, it could be anything, any night.
Well, I would do a trick with the salt shaker. You saw it
Okay.
during the lecture where
Yes.
it goes in. And
That's beautiful too,
well,
and a
thank
lot
you.
of people don't do it.
well, thank you. And before that, I would have my cocktail waitress put a salt shaker underneath somebody's chair.
Okay.
So I would do the trick. I'd vanish the salt shaker. Where'd it go? Look under your chair. How'd it get there? And I had one guy come up to me, probably about 6 months later, said, could you do a trick for me? I said, sure, what would you like? He said, can you do the trick where my dollar bill vanishes and ends up inside the salt shaker under my chair? And I said, you know,
That's what he requested.
That was his request. that was how he perceived the little routine. And I told him, I said, you know, a buddy of mine bartends, and he asked me if he can do it. So I let him do it for a while. So it wasn't fair for me to do it.
Yeah. Okay.
Because it was an impossible feat. I never did that trick.
And that's what
But that's not what he remembered.
Yeah.
He remembered the dollar bill rolling up. He remembered the salt shaker vanishing. And he remembered the dollar bill ending up in the salt shaker.
It is just incredible.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
incredible.
So that's pretty much one of the strangest things behind the bar.
Yeah. Well, you never know what's going to happen, and especially in Las Vegas, it's kind of crazy.
It's like that in any bar. It's not
Yeah.
just in Vegas.
Any bar. Yeah, that's right.
Probably.
Where can my friends pick up your products? Very informational. You're always going to learn something at the IBM.
Definitely.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Frank Zach. Thank you, Frank. Thank you so much.
My
And
pleasure, Taylor.
It was a wonderful lecture.
Thanks for having me. It's always a pleasure to be had by nice people.
No problem. Yes, have a wonderful evening.
Thank you.
Yay, thank you.
Yay.
Good lecture.